Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to the city of Gangsters. We're picking up next turn from the last video, and the City Daily Tribune is saying that the Nicholson outfit's been eliminated by rivals. Gangland conflicts they trouble the mayor. Isn't that interesting? Also, Stanley just got himself a nickname, and I went ahead and got him Short Fuse as the nickname. So we now have Short Fuse Sharp. I thought it rolled right off the tongue. So there we go. Stanley's now Short Fuse Sharp. I like it. All right, so in this video, I'm going to keep exploring over on Canada's side, mostly just exploring. Over here, we're going to be expanding territory. We're going to be searching for a truck, okay? We're going to get the homebrew beer is going to be expanded today because that's going to happen in 2 turns. So this thing's going to start kicking out a lot more. Also, all of these upgrades have to be repurchased. Forgot about that. Whoops. So they all have to be rebought now. So, yeah. We'll just get that going. Boom. Installed. We want the production tracking. I think maybe I'll get that one instead. This one was good before, but this one right here was about reducing materials, reducing the inputs, which I actually think is pretty important since we have a lot of input here. So I might take a look at that and then increasing production more. So if I can get a good amount of inputs to be popped into this, if I can get a good steady supply of malt constantly delivered here, good steady supply of crocks constantly delivered here, that'd be really helpful. And then over here, since we're making a lot of homebrew beer now, we can get a shipment that takes it down to this building, wherever it is, right here. There it is. And we can get started on making this instead. So I'm going to work on this today too. I want to get hops hooked up, barley hooked up into small bottles, which we have a ton of, right? We have all these bottle collection places. We're going to be picking up bottles, bringing them in here, all in the effort to make this so we can sell it to our customers around. I think it's a little bit, I think it's kind of a lot to commit, to be honest. Also, I didn't see this. This is possible. Okay. Hang on. This is possible. Ice. We can do fruit, bottle labels, bottles, vodka cask. Man, there's a lot of steps into this thing. That'd be sweet though, right? To kick out 80 of these every 10 turns when they're worth that much money. I mean, damn. That'd be amazing. I'll have to take a look at that at some point too. Now, spiced rum is interesting too. I might look to do that instead. There's just a lot of different resources into it, but I can sell this in my new speakeasy if I can get in the new speakeasy episode. All right. In addition to that, we've also got our new front right here that knows. Oh, they don't have the money. I need to go get them the money, but they know about a building, and so I've asked them about this building, and it's this one here. It's a new building we haven't actually seen as an option yet. It's the Southern Packing Company, and they produce fruit and paper. It's also a very large building, so that's a good thing. They produce fruit and paper. This is perfect for a potential fruit wine expansion. I'd love to be able to do that. That's what I've been trying to figure out how to do. Just waiting on sugar, which, oh, by the way, this building here, it's going to require $19,800 gross. Again, I'm told if I bring someone who's nice over here, it won't cost me as much. So I'll probably do that. I'll probably bring a nice person over there. But I need to get them money for the front. I'm just going to bring 120 bucks over. And what I'd like to do with this front op is get them to introduce me to these guys so that I can get a better relationship here. And then I can get them to pay for the expansions, essentially. So first I'm going to say, get me into support with somebody you know. It's going to be this person here. Go. All right, good. This person knows a building as well. Probably the same one, but just want to see what it is. Yep, same thing and same cost. Okay, yep, same cost. All right, we are going to, now that we have that, I don't want to buy fruit yet, but it's another place where I could buy it. And so I'm keeping my options open there, and I want to, have that. However, I do need somebody to pay for my front's expansion. So, since you guys are really nice to me anyway, you guys like me anyway, maybe I can get just a little bit more favor with you if I buy like a little bit of fruit. All right, just buy a little bit. All right, it's 12 bucks. There, 47. Very nice. Okay, now I have bad news for you. Okay. I'm going to demand payment. You know, you can count on me in your time of need. They like it. They're okay with it. Okay, so these guys will now pay for my expansions from now on. However, I do need to give you a little bit of cash to start like that. There we go. Okay, perfect. That's what I'm looking for. So this building, I think, would be a really cool building to start out our fruit wine operation, okay? Because they produce the fruit. So we need to source sugar. Now, sugar has been elusive to me this entire time, but we do have a supplier here. So we can set up a route domestically that will bring it over there. Nobody else, as far as I can see, does anything with sugar, except a new location I just found over in Canada, right here. These guys also sell sugar. Now, shipping sugar over there is a very expensive proposition because it's $750 every time you ship something over. I also have, by the way, this little they want to talk to me thing. This is some kind of quest that was prompted from over there. So I have to work my way over there and take a look at that too. I don't really want to ship sugar over. What I'd rather do is use that sugar to produce something else over here and then ship the final product over. So at least gives me sugar as an option on this side, but it's not great yet. It could be, I need to sign, if I find one more source of sugar, I'll jump on this, right? And maybe it's over here somewhere. Maybe it's across the bridge, which is the other place I was looking to go, is across the bridge. I wanted to see what's up with that. So let's take a look, take a drive. Oh, hang on. Oh, he's paid off still. Okay. I'd forgotten about that officer. Okay. Let's take a drive over across the bridge. Oh, hi, it's the Kiss outfit. Oh, they have lots of people. Oh, they are huge. Oh, this is less than ideal. I was thinking since I was so close to the border here, I wouldn't have to deal with any more competition. These guys are gone now, which is great. Melnikov could be eliminated pretty easily too. I could take care of them if they weren't on, positive terms with me already, which I might need them at this point. I might just need them, but I am probably, who's the leader? Over there, Andrew Kiss. He is the leader. Reluctant to fight, likes other ethnic groups. He's Hungarian, and he likes to control territory. So he's not against me yet. But man, I was hoping that being so close to the edge over here, I was hoping like everybody else is just over in this side. And surprisingly, I haven't found any other outfits over in Canada yet, which is interesting too. So, okay. Well, the Kiss outfit, they're skipping some corners every once in a while as well. But that's something I've got to have to figure out here. Just because I'm curious, is anyone... I know I have to pay more to move through this area, but I would like to know. This is someone else's front. Yep. I probably shouldn't be messing with their fronts. Not yet. I don't want to pick a fight yet. Just want to see... No? Really? I thought I had 4 movement. Don't I only need 3 to move in their territory? Okay, maybe it's 4. Even if it's 4, I should be able to do it. Oh, you know what it is? It's undiscovered. That's why. Yeah, I need 5 to move there. Probably need a lot more than 5, but it's at least 5 to get there. Okay. We'll just head, back over by the cop for now, Since we paid him off, he's kind of on our team. Might be on their team too. What does the cop do if both sides have it paid off? Actually. Thank you for making this precinct safer. I was hoping to maybe this one. They must know some rival outfit at war with you. Got it. So there's no war, therefore no raids by the feds on my opponents right now. Okay. We'll just come back across the bridge is fine. But like knowing that these guys are here changes things a little bit for me. I mean, I'm going to control this side of the bridge. They'll control that side of the bridge. I mean, if that's not cinema, I don't know what is. Like, I want to control this so they can't come across the bridge. All right, I want to keep them on that side of the river. So I'm going to keep expanding this way now, which is fine. It means eventually I'm going to get this in range. Be great to get the terminal, the train terminal in range. And then there's lots of people that can buy lots of things from me over here. So, yep. And then that puts me closer to Melnikov as well. Which I don't think... I'm not threatened by Melnikov. I think I'm fine with Melnikov. It's mostly... Well, I mean, I'm not really threatened by these guys either, but I am keeping an eye on them because would love to raid their safe houses when they've decided to stop beating each other up. All right, so I'm over here by our brew operation, and I want Short Fuse, Stanley, Short Fuse, to start extorting people, right? I need him to be the one that extorts people if I can build that up. And I went to go do this guy, and I've got some unfinished business with him now because he knows beer by the keg. He's basically saying that, doing it by these bottles and stuff is cumbersome. Let's do these gigantic kegs. And so he needs 5 steel barrels, 25 backroom beer, and $1,000. I think that's a pretty reasonable price for that skill. So we're going to just get that on the queue over here. And then I wanted to maybe get this guy extorted, but it's going to bring my relationship down with him. And he's got a building that he knows. So I kind of wanted to see that building. But unfortunately, I don't have anyone that needs their car fixed right now. Oh, Bill Bowman does. Hey, I missed that. I don't know how I overlooked that. I think I was looking at your health bar. Bill does. So let's get our car fixed. $43 for repairs. Wow, Bill. Cheapskate. Jeez. Don't even have $43. I mean, there's nothing left in that building anyway. So come on over here, Bill. Let's get your stuff fixed. Yep, fix the vehicle. Done. Now, that gets us a better relationship with him. And hopefully that means I can extort him and he'll still do things for me. But I first want to see what this building is. So it's the central junkyard right here. This central junkyard. It doesn't produce anything. It's just 2,500 square feet. Or cubic feet. Which is pretty good. And they want 17,400 specifically for that. Okay, it's not that great. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. And at least we have a positive relationship still, even with that. So he'll still do business with us. Okay, so we're making more money for our front operation over here on this side. Still looking for the trucks, so I'm going to keep doing that. In the meantime, though, maybe Francis will find one. I mean, there's other places over here we could explore. I mean, there's a mechanic expert right here. Expert mechanics is what they say. Oh, you fix vehicles, right? They don't actually sell vehicles. I mean, all right, fine. You know what I'm probably going to do with Francis? Let's have her head back over to... Well, head over closer to where we have our base right now, but also I want her to head this way, down this street, to see what this unfinished business is over here on that side. It might be helpful to... Well, hang on, we got another thing right here. Snooker and billiards want to talk to me too. Booze is indeed still perfectly legal over here. Yes, I know. All right, so getting the booze may be able to help with. Getting over the river, that's another discussion. So we just need to help payments first. So this is just, again, another way of getting more booze connected. And maybe I just need to pay all these 750s. I mean, I think I probably just need to pay all these 750s. So if I bring her back over here, how much money is still left here? $300. So if I don't sell the counterfeit wine, which I have now, so I can sell counterfeit wine, I might be able to sell... I don't know if I can sell neutral alcohol either, but the counterfeit wine should be sellable. Yeah, they buy it right here. So that should give me some cash. I don't think it's going to be enough to do what I got to do to get hooked up with these guys, but maybe we'll see. So we've got counterfeit wine. They do 28 per case. We can talk about the cost and maybe get over market price a little bit. That's fine. And then we'll sell 15 of it. Obviously, they'll buy a lot over here. There's $500. And that should give me enough. Francis, what do you have on you? 633. Okay, so we're going to need more cash over here for Francis. Bottom line is we need more cash for Francis. It's just the way it is. Now, I've already looked at, like sending money over here and everything, right? And because I didn't let this... this was a comment, too, that was left on a video, too. Because I didn't let this guy take his cut, which I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, or at least I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal. Because I didn't let him take his cut, the amount of time that's needed before he'll send more money over is increased. So there's a cooldown on that, right? There's going to be a cooldown regardless, but it's a shorter cooldown if you let him take his cut, basically. I don't think it's, like I said, I don't think it's too big of a deal to have that, but at the moment, like if I wanted to send it now, he wouldn't do it. All right, so what I'm going to do here, I got $10,000 on me, all right? And I'm not finding vehicles the way I want. So what I'm going to do here, hopefully, and I don't know if this is going to work. It might be a total waste of money, but I'm going to try it. We're going to go over to these icons where people are asking for help, and we're going to try to help them. We're going to try to build our relationship. We are a charitable person around the neighborhood, right? And this is going to do a lot of things. It's going to make other people like us because they're going to hear that we're helping other people, right? It's going to hopefully get the cops will hopefully hear about this. We're a positive influence for the community, and, you know, they'll allow us to maybe bribe them for cheaper or whatever. I don't know. But we're going to go for this if we can. So since I'm already at this corner, I'm just going to start with this building here. This is L&Q Cafeteria. So we're just going to start with this. And they wanted us to help them expand their businesses up. So they need bricks and lumber. So we'll have to do that in a bit. I'm not going to do that right now. Let's head over here. We'll start with this one. I'll start with this for you guys. So I'm listening. What's this? All right. I was shooting the breeze with your driver during a recent delivery and the subject of weapons came up. I'm not interested in this event. So I'm not worried about getting weapons. I'm interested in things where people are like actually looking for a handout now. Shooting the breeze about weapons. So that's another thing there. So how about this over here? We got, I'm listening. Okay. So I know I'm only supposed to be picking up envelopes and holding for you, but watching you, we've been working together, gave me some ideas. Cool. So this is the crowbar thing, as well as like the truck keys and stuff, right? So we'll see if this helps. So I'm going to say that I'm going to help them out with that. I'm going to give them the money, and I have crowbars on me too. So here's this, because I was like planning on this event popping up here. Here's $1,000. Okay. So we now get a new vehicle, 2-door passenger car. See, this is the thing where it's like, that's not going to give me the truck that I want. It's not guaranteed. And so that's what I get. So that's not helpful, but at least there's other options, which is good. So I really don't want another vehicle right now. I mean, I do, but not that one. Negotiation assistant. Interesting. One of your friends comes up with me with a crowbar. I find I get deals that way. Interesting. So negotiation assistant is an interesting skill. I'm not sure what that is, but it's probably worth more than 1,400. Let's see. What does this do for me? Because it didn't give me any description at all. I mean, obviously, it's going to help me with negotiations, I assume. But I kind of want to know what that is. A bit more description would have been nice. So negotiation assistant. Have a friend with a barely concealed weapon accompany you when you go look for a new vehicle. Prices will miraculously lower. Okay, so this is when I go look for a new vehicle. Interesting. Okay, cars get cheaper over time. That's probably something good to have, I guess, over time. All right. We'll see about that. I'm listening. Going to the family reunion. Still have a line on homebrew. So these people want me to bring them homebrew beer. We'll work on that. I'm going to try to be a more charitable guy. All right. We're going to see if this does anything for me. I don't know if that's going to work, but we're going to get a whole bunch of stuff over here and try to give them stuff. Let's head over this side. What does this guy want? All right. Let's this thing. That's the weapons thing. No, thank you. How about you? What do you got? Shoot the breeze, weapons. My God, everybody wants to trade weapons for brick wine. What is this crap? Head on over here. Let's see. What do you got? Weapons. I'm just going to have to tell them no. No, thanks. I don't want the weapons. No, thanks. You weapons as well? Yep. Everybody wants like trade brick wines for weapons. I don't need them. We're good. I don't need weapons. Over here. Listening. Holy shit. Every single person. Okay, this is Paul Jones. Right across the street from our front here. He's got a negative opinion of me. All right, but he says, he's like, you think you can just strong arm your way into this neighborhood, don't you? I'm like, my friend, you misunderstand. We're all here what's best for the neighborhood. And he's like, okay, can you prove that? The baseball field in the park where our kids play is in terrible shape. It could use fixed up. I'm happy to chip in for the neighborhood. Here's your $500. All right, cool. Well, that will help out. Perhaps you're not all that bad after all. Cool. We'll gain a favor with him, and our relationship improves. So it didn't really do much, but I mean, he knows about a building, which is probably the barber shop. So I mean, that's probably all it's going to give me. So that one doesn't really help me much at all. Okay, well, so far this has not been very successful. I'm going to talk to Margaret here, and about that product I paid for, because it's all ready to go. There's the 45 cases of backroom beer, and we're going to have that sent to the River Hardware store. Is probably fine. We can probably distribute it from there. So that's great. We'll have that happen. And then there's good. Now, I don't have room for her yet, but I am going to bring her into my organization as the next thing to do because she's also friendly. So we can get her to go around and, maybe try to get that building, the cost of that building reduced would be a nice thing to do. This guy's got another thing. Is it the same? Every time I turn this down, it just comes back immediately. So maybe I just have to do it, We've been a brisk business together. My customers have been enjoying your counterfeit wine and have done well, but now they're looking to grow a business a bit. So they want 60 counterfeit wine delivered, and then also some sparkling cider, which I do not have. I don't have the ability to give you sparkling cider. So that's not a thing I can do as well. What, now that I'm in a charitable mood, everybody just doesn't want any handouts? Huh? Nobody wants handouts now? What's that all about? Huh? I'm ready to give money away. And now nobody wants it. Everyone wants brick wine for weapons. What's going on with that? And then all these icons that are left, these are ones we've already talked about, or they're the ones that are already outstanding and they're just on the list already. So I just have to wait for that. This is deliver $750 to Canada, which I can't do just yet. Francis can continue her drive towards that destination though. Yeah, tell me about this person. Your brother Dale. Okay, I mean, the thing about this is it lets me get an in with somebody, and also it lets me reveal territory that I haven't seen yet. So I like that, and I don't have to spend the movement to do it. So there's another person that person owes me, or knows as well. This is also more malt. Possible to source. Might be able to make some homebrew stuff over here, although that seems like a waste. I'd really like to make something that's worth more money over here before selling it over there. I feel like you really need to, for a $750 delivery fee just to get it over there. Yeah, I mean, your margins are super slim. So I want something that's very high value for the trips that I'm going to be making, All right, Stanley's still wounded. I think I'm just going to have you take a break, Stanley. Get yourself recovered fully. All right. This person's got a building for me, too. What's up? This is the James American Coffee and Tea. Yeah, there's nothing there. All right. Stanley's going to bring the lumber for these guys. And then Bill just brought the bricks. And then he went ahead and rested and got his health back. So there's that. And then we're going to get pool tables as a skill. We can now use that. Something we can use for our speakeasies and stuff now. So that's good. Short fuse. I'm going to have you come over here. And there's actually more buildings in these guys, for these guys too. And this one here, we have a relationship that's just enough. So I want to see what this is. This is the proposal to start extorting them. We're going to wait on that. The skill they have is bootleg brandy. Could be interesting. Makeshift brandy stills could be interesting. What will it take? 125 brick wine and $1,000. So effectively, you want like $10,000. Because that's a lot. I mean, we sell the brick wine for like 12, I think is what it is right now. 10 or 12 each. So, yeah, that's a lot. Money. I guess that's like $3,000. I think we're selling it for 15 each right now, but it's okay. My math is terrible. Anyway, I would like to see, good sir, what your building is. All right. So your relative Edgar runs Lakeside Bowling Alley. Interesting. And the bowling alley produces steel barrels and oak barrels. Okay. These are all things that we'd need for more advanced production. So this is an interesting building. It's going to cost me 20 grand. You know what I'd like to do? Because cost goes up every time you get a building, right? What if we could purchase 2 buildings in the same turn? Right? Maybe we can avoid the increase in price if we buy them both in the same turn. But for that, I'd have to really save up a lot of cash. And I obviously don't have 40 grand right now saved up. But, if I wait long enough, I will. If I wait long enough. What do you want? Do you have Anything for me here? That's subject to weapons, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to do this one. Like, I'm just going to do it. And maybe if I do it once, then they'll stop asking. Because it just seems like that is like the mission. It's just flooding the whole thing all the time. So we're just going to do that. They wanted me to bring 40 brick wine for protecting deliveries. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to come down here and see if we got any. There's 182 in here. So why don't we just take, I said 40, right? So we just take 30, of course, 39, of course. There we go. Just put the rifle in there for now. Just bring the brick wine up here, satisfy this, and then, yeah, give me 2 Winchester rifles is fine. Good. Hopefully that means that the rest of these guys are not going to want to give me that random event ever again, because it's not all that random. It just keeps popping up. So I'd like to get rid of that if I can. We're going to go and get my rifle back. There we go. And then let me see if you got any cars for me. Anything at all? 2-door passenger car. My gosh. I mean, I could take it for $85. That is actually much cheaper. Vehicles are actually a lot cheaper now. Okay, that's worth it. If we buy enough vehicles, that is worth it. And you know what? I mean, there's got to be a truck around here somewhere. See, this one here is 500 bucks. What? Small passenger vehicle is the same thing. It's a 2-door passenger car, but it's only $500. Or sorry, but it's $500, not $85. This one's very cheap. $85. Maybe I'll just buy this. 2-door passenger car, small vehicle, has limited cargo space. I'm just gonna take it. 85 bucks. Might as well, you know. Got a spare vehicle now. And then in that vehicle, do I have someone that could be assigned to it? Because, see, he's a manager of this building, right? But do we have... Yeah, we have Warren. Warren's been sitting here doing nothing this whole time, right? So I could get Warren in this vehicle just so we have an extra guy that can run around and do stuff, you know? And Warren, you're going to grab a weapon. We're going to give you the Winchester rifle, okay? And I think the first thing I want you to do... find a buyer for the backroom beer. Although, 45, wait, I think we need to deliver that somewhere else. Right here. Beer by the keg wanted backroom beer. And the steel barrels. That's going to be Warren's job. Warren, your job is to get us beer by the keg. Okay? So we're going to say that you're going to bring... Well, you don't have a lot of storage room to do that, unfortunately. But... that's what it is. This is over here. Yep. Warren's going to come over here. He's got that 2-door... That little car can really move, man. And we're going to drop off the backroom beer here. That's only a portion of it, but we're going to drop that off. And then you're just going to head right back here. It's going to have to make a couple of trips to do this because of how small that car is. But it's fine. Missions do have a cap, too. So we have active mission 7. Our capacity is being 9. So we do need to start clearing this list because we won't be able to get any more if we don't clear the list. Let's find out where Charlie is. He's over here. And 4, 5. We can't get any new fronts because we're actively expanding. So I would like to talk to Alma and get her out of here, though, if possible. I don't think it's possible to get her out of here, but next turn I'm going to move over in there. And if I can negotiate her to leave for 700 bucks, then I'll do that. And then as soon as this corner is done being captured, I think it's this corner that's being captured right now. Is it that one? No, it's I think it's this one that's being captured right now. But it says that our front needs our attention. You don't have the money? Really? Stanley, you have only 1 movement. You can't get there. Warren's out of movement. Bill? Bill's got no movement because he's healing this turn. Okay, so Francis is the only one with movement. Well, I guess I'll have to wait next turn. That sucks. Francis, go forward. Got nothing there. And here. You know somebody. Yeah? Do you know a guy who knows a guy? Huh? What do you got? Not got someone I want? I got something I want here. Brick wine. Okay, so things you need to make brick wine. I mean, yeah, you probably have. I don't really want to sell brick. I mean, I could sell brick wine here, I guess, as a source. You know, let's just meet the guy. See what he's got. What do you got? Fruit and stoneware Crocs. So another Crocs provider, I guess, is fine. We have 2 Crocs providers here, and they both sell fruit and Crocs. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Crocs here as well. Okay, so if we get a business that wants Crocs, like there's 3 right here. Options. That's all this game is. It's just one set of options after another. It just never stops, man. It's always option, but like, how do you don't know what to act on, right? You have all these different things to do, but like, how do you act? Because every time you act, further actions get exponentially more expensive. So it's like, if you want to do well, I think I am doing well. I'm probably slower than people who've played the game before, but I mean, what do you expect? I'm first time playing. But I feel like it's getting very expensive. Everything's getting very pricey. $20,000 for a building now. The next one after that's probably gonna be 30 grand. Okay, so before ending the turn, I'm gonna make sure that this business has enough money in it. Stanley's gonna just be here with his submachine gun ready to go. There's actually been a murder over here, and it looks like these guys are coming in to finish it off, which is interesting. So we have another safe house I can raid over here, and then potentially another one over here in a second. And if not, I can probably just have, Short Fuse come on over here and finish that job pretty quickly. And then that way we can raid these 2 safe houses and stuff as well. But the reason why I'm putting cash in here is I've got the ethnic solidarity here. And so materials are now reduced by 20%. That means we're at 1680 here on the inputs for this. But then there's also that one last expansion slot, and I'm going to put Steam Sanitizer there just to raise it by 10%. I could do the production tracking as well, but I think it's the same, and I don't have these traits at the moment. I could go get them, but I don't think this is really all that much different. Take advantage of your manager's natural abilities, getting them a ledger book, allow you to prove your operation. I think it's about the same. So this is only $600 too. So we're going to go ahead and install this. So now our homebrew operation, instead of kicking out 69, we're now kicking out 138. Okay, so the police were actually really fast on the scene here, and it doesn't look like I'll be able to loot that body, because possibly here Catherine Barnov is about to be arrested. I don't know, but the cops were very fast in responding to that. That being said, though, Stanley still can get over here. I think he's gonna have to go through enemy territory. He may not have the movement for this. We'll see. Nope, we're 1 movement shy. But we'll be able to get that later then. So we'll see what this is, and this is somebody else's front. Okay, so now we know where the Melnikov's front is, and there's only 1 guy in his whole outfit as far as I'm aware. I wish there was like an easier way to, I mean, I get it that it's the 1920s and that's why there isn't, but I kind of wish that there was an easier way to communicate with Melnikov, and also more options like trade routes and stuff. Like, I wish there was a way for me to buy materials directly from them and have them delivered on an interval to my businesses, so like I didn't have to take care of the logistics of it. I didn't have to take care of anything. And then they just deliver it to my business, right? And I pay them a premium, but at least I don't need to worry about it. I wish that was a thing you could do, but it's just not, doesn't appear to be a thing that's possible, unfortunately. Warren, you should be, man, you have to go all the way back over here to get this. Hey, Alma, how about those things I paid for? Yeah, those Crocs, 120 of them is what we're going to have. And we're going to send those Crocs over to, I think, the brick wine. Although we're using a lot with, we are using a lot with the other thing, aren't we? All right, tell you what, let's send them over to Boulevard Tire and Brake. It's so far away. That's the thing. Like, these 2 locations are so far away from each other. There's only 27% full, though. Midway's 22. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I guess we'll send them there. We're going to use them regardless. It's just about, like, we don't have a really great logistics set up for bringing the Crocs over here in time, since it's using 80 every 4 turns. And it's producing 10 every 8 turns. So it's not that helpful there either. Now, there's one other upgrade we could have done here for this, and that's the backroom beer operation. But that also converts homemade beer into this. It's not the other operation. There's no option to switch this, which sucks because that's another type of way to doing it, but there's no way to do that. But it does mean, though, with this amount of homebrew popping every 4 turns, there's so much homebrew now that I can justify turning this into that backroom. Where is it? Where'd it go? Backroom brewery here. I can justify doing this if I wanted to, because it would allow me to just use this, and then I wouldn't have to source the barley. But I think the barley, ultimately, this is much more efficient anyway. Costs a little extra to set it up, but I think this is more efficient anyway. So I think I will go ahead and do this. We're going to get backroom beer going in this location, and then we'll just have to find ways to source the hops and the barley and bring that in. We were going to need hops regardless. So it's really just the difference between the homemade beer or the brewery. And the reason why I'm not doing this one is because I can sell this, and I can't sell. I mean, I can't. I'm not getting any more for. You see what I'm saying? All right, it makes sense. I don't have to explain it to you. You know. I am, however, now able to pay Alma, so I can give her the $700 for that boxing club thing, and she will leave. So we are going to go ahead and do that. That way, this corner is now freed up. And we can capture this corner as well as these 2 businesses to bring in additional income there too. So we'll begin to expand our front, which is based here, of course. We'll begin to expand this front up to here as soon as the other front is done gaining that territory. And I don't know how long that's going to take, but that other front, it does complain. Where'd it go? Right here. It complains about not having enough money, which I find to be a little bit weird because it should have a lot of money. So Chatterbox, can you make it there? Can you make it all the way to here? Love having great movement. He does that even going through her territory. And he's got 10 left. Wow. Wow. Yeah, so expansion's coming along. Looks like you haven't collected enough. Here's an extra $3. Great. Cool. Now I need to, so these guys are paying me and they're happy. That's great. These guys aren't paying me yet. And so I need to, I'm going to buy something from them to just kind of make them a little happier. We'll buy some grapes, something we can use, right? And then we'll just pay the average price. That's fine. And then we'll buy 4 grapes. That gets us the favor, which is good. They also have a building that they know of. It's probably the same one. But I guess we should probably check that first just to make sure. Oh, no, I don't have. I see. You need 20. I don't have 20. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Let's just get Stanley to do it. We want Stanley to do the extortions. Let's say, Charlie, for the remainder of your turn. I don't remember who needs money. That's the Canada thing. It says, "Oh, Canada." We can see it. I don't have to click it. Who needs money? You. Beer by the Keg needs money. We're gonna drop off the $1,000 cash for Beer by the Keg. That done. Charlie's done that. All right. The skills. I'm gonna wait on that. I think Chatterbox is pretty much just gonna start hoarding cash for a bit so that we can. Well, we have to go over to the other front, actually, right? To expand that territory, we have to be there. So we'll just head over there for the next turn. And then all this stuff is pretty much done. We'll go next turn. Let's see what happens. Okay, so these guys aren't producing the sheet metal anymore, and these guys supposedly aren't producing Crocs or bottles. I'm going to assume it's because the bottles are filled up. Because 156 Crocs sounds like a lot. It does. But this place is going to use them. And it just did. I have 156 left after the production. That's crazy. Cool. Belly, you get to start your route up again. I had him pause because there was nothing to do. So you get to start your route up again. That's going to be exciting. Exciting stuff for you. And we're going to give you as much as you can handle, which is 90. Whew, man. I am so glad that we are producing more than this, because the route was disconnected. He was coming over here to pick it up, and there wasn't any to pick up, and he'd just take off. And then the next turn it would pop, and it was, it's still less than he can hold. So I'm so glad now that if he comes back before 4 turns, there's at least still something to pick up, because we're producing more than he can carry. It's great that way. I love it. All right. Stanley. Let's go and raid this place, because we can. Cool. We got more cordials. Nice. We can, that's definitely going to be great. Next, we need to, well, I mean, she's probably wounded, isn't she? I don't know if she's probably not. She's at her own place, so I think she's probably healed up. Can we see what's here? Just to get a feel for it. Okay, they sell paper. But that's all I've got. And I definitely don't want to be over here by this guy. So we're going to definitely come on back. That's our last movement. We're just going to end here. Hopefully that cop doesn't come over this way. It was a different cop that responded to this crime, but that doesn't mean this corner. So I have to hold up and hope that short fuse is going to be fine. And Theodore doesn't have... Yeah, because I've been in his territory, he doesn't like me much anymore. I mean, I could go take care of him too. I get Bill over here. We can go take care of him. Maybe even Warren. We could get Warren involved. Why not? Warren's got 5 of the beer. He needs to deliver that over here too. So Warren, come on over here. I think that's the last thing I needed to give these guys. 5, the backroom beer. Is that it? What? 1? I miscounted? 1. Ugh. I miscounted. All I had to do was look at this. I delivered 24 out of 25. Yeah. And then the steel barrels. Yeah. Okay, so Elmer Fuchs. Fush. Elmer Fuchs. I don't know what his name is. But he's changed his thing now that he wants. So he used to want the 60 counterfeit wine and then 10 of something that I can't make. But now he wants the backroom beer. So that gives me probably another source I can sell backroom beer to, which is going to be very helpful. So I'm going to see what I can do about bringing him that stuff. So I've got that as the favor that I can hopefully do pretty soon here. Nobody else is requesting things. I guess technically you are. I wonder what you want. Maybe I already have this. Yeah, I did. This is the 40 homemade beer, which we can now do that as well. And I can probably do it this turn with all the movement I've got. Might be able to. No, I won't be able to make it back, but it's okay because 30. Oh, I still have the grapes on me. Well, that's the thing. Let's spread our money out a little bit here. We'll dump a couple $100 in there. And then we're so close to having Margaret join us. She will be here eventually. 2-door passenger car for $500. Not what I'm looking for. Give me delivery trucks. Do you have one? 2-door passenger car? No. All right. How about no? Okay, we got the new corner. That's great. So let's take a look at our territory now. And we are now expanded up into this area. So now we can grab this corner and this corner from this front. But first, I'd like to go get this one instead. I'm still taking a look really quick and seeing if there's any favors, and these areas are not totally solved yet. But Bill, who I want to take up there that direction anyway, Bill's here, and in the car he has that extra backroom beer as well as some grapes. So we'll have you drop off some of your grapes right here. We're almost through that extra supply of grapes that we got, and also the bottle labels. We still have not bought bottle labels. It's that huge reward has still, that's it. There's still 43 of them there. And then in storage, we've got another 66 still in there. It's lasting a while, all these bottle labels, because this thing here, I mean, it only uses 9 of them every 12 turns, and we got well over 100 of them delivered, so we got time. So with this backroom beer, There's only one, but he wants some as well. I'm actually going to come back. And let's take the rest of it in the car. Well, to the extent that we can. And we'll head up here first. And I guess I'll give you the 10. I'll give you 10 crates. That's what you wanted. And then the rest of it's going to go this direction. And then after we drop off that beer here, we'll then just, I guess, keep it in storage for if there's any other quest for it. But I'm pretty sure this is going to get us another buyer, is I think what this is going to do. Stanley, we're going to have you come on over to this corner. And Warren is going to join you. You both got great, weapons and stuff, so that's good. Stanley, though, needs to sell some of this high-value alcohol. Oh, it's these guys, yeah. Stanley's going to sell the high-value alcohol right here. And you know what? We can talk about cost. We can get 20% over market price for this. Why not? They want to buy 145. Jeez. So he's got 1,500 bucks now. And we're just going to have Stanley go in here, drop off the money, and then put on a good face with Warren as he takes out probably Catherine. These guys have been fighting each other all the time. And I'm going to kind of sit out near these guys and sort of bait them to fight me. And then I'll take their stuff, and that'll be fine. Okay, Charlie, what you're up to. First, I'm going to go, let's see, with the grapes. We're going to drop off the grapes to here. And I just bought it just to make friends, right? So we'll drop off the grapes here, and then I want to go over to the front to get them started on expanding again. So right over here, $10. Yep. And I want to see if I add that $10, are we making enough? This is paying us the 20. This is paying us 20. I think I might want to get one more place extorted here. I can buy bottles from you. We never have enough bottles. So yes, I will buy bottles from you. As many as I can. That's 19. Okay. We're going to go ahead and start that extortion. That'll pay for the front for sure. That new expansion for sure. And then this guy here, what do you have? Crocs and bottles. Okay. So we can talk about that a little bit later too. But the glass bottles need to be delivered as well. Because we never have enough of these. And yeah, 207 every time is crazy. Absolutely awesome though. Let's actually take some of these out. We'll bring 19 over to the speakeasy. Okay, so Francis over in Canada found another source for sugar. So we're up to 3 known places for sugar now, right? Sugar right here. So we've got this one way over here, super far apart, right? One right there. Got another one right here, and then there's the one that's on this side over here. So 3 total places for sugar. What I think I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna look to set up a front over in this area. I'm thinking it's gonna be this corner here. And if we can do this to where the fruit that's available here, okay? We got 2 sources for fruit here. And then mostly everybody's selling Crocs, unfortunately, but because there's a lot of Crocs around here too, but there is sugar. And so I have the ingredients to make fruit wine. And so I'm thinking maybe I can make the fruit wine here and then ship the fruit wine over. I don't know whether that's going to be a good idea because, again, the margin on that's probably pretty bad. I don't know exactly how much fruit wine I can handle over. I believe it's a full car load. So, like, however much I can fit in the vehicle, that's how much I can send over. I don't know whether that applies to a delivery truck. Like, if I have, like, a big truck, can that be the thing? Or if it's only just a standard, normal car. Because I haven't looked into that yet. Because, yeah, I don't look into everything before I play. I'm sure one of you will tell me how that works. So I'll probably just read the comment and I'll know. But the the plan still is to find some kind of high value thing that I can bring over here. I'm not sure fruit wine is that thing. However, if it is a full delivery truck, what I'll probably do then is work on getting the whatever alcohol I'm going to make. I'll work on getting a good supply of that, and then I'll just include some sugar in that truck. So as long as there's some sugar going over. I think that's a manual process, though. I don't think that's automated, so it might be hard to do that. All right, so this guy wants some brick wine for his out-of-state friends. All right. You know, we can do that. Francis has just been driving around to all these dead bodies and collecting things. We've already looted these before, but there's a new one. And that's in a region we haven't been in yet. I don't have the movement to get in there, but I believe this is their safe house. I just got here. And so we do have $184 in cash, plus 43 bathtub gin. Whoa. How can you even hold that in your car? That's a lot. Good stuff. We also have another source for barley now, too. And these guys want to trade. Another pool hall that wants to trade. Yep. Where's on the street looking for another Canadian partner? Indeed, I am. Another $750 for you guys to get our first batch together. Okay. All right. So that's what I want. Yeah, we'll think about that. We'll get that on the radar, too. Now, I've got 10 out of 10 missions. I'm full. I can't do anything else with missions now. So I'm going to have to actually do something at some point. Thankfully, though, that $180 or something dollars in cash extra, that's $817 is what I've got now. So what I want to do, I think, is give it to the other people since they're not near any danger. And they're also much closer to my existing building that I have. So I'm going to give these guys the cash and hope that they are, again, a supplier for Canadian whiskey. Then I can get that Canadian whiskey brought all the way over here because, again, the people who are willing to buy bottled whiskey are the same people that are going to buy Canadian whiskey. So I know that I at least have a couple of buyers here, and I am hoping that I can get, you know, some of these hotels to maybe be interested in it in the future. But that'll give me at least a resource of, I'm hoping anyway, Canadian whiskey is what these guys are. If they're selling me other types of alcohol, I will be a little disappointed, but you know, it's fine. There is already one supplier over here that I could just keep buying from. But that's the billiards, right? Snooker and billiards is the Canadian whiskey. And since these guys are billiards too, that makes me think they're Canadian whiskey. And then the other source I just talked to, they're also billiards, right? So I'm just kind of putting that together as an icon thing and hoping that that's how that works. All right, Bill Bowman is over here. He's got those steel barrels for him. So let's go ahead and deliver that. We're now going to get beer by the keg. So that mission's done. And beer by the keg unlocks a new resource. That's ice. Finally, we can see what that is. All right, cool. So a beer keg. Keg of fine suds. There it is. And ice is a new resource too. Where can we find? Well, first off, beer kegs. Where can we find those? Okay, so we have one buyer here. That's it. So worth. So worth. Nobody wants to buy it over here either. Okay, so nobody's buying beer kegs except these guys. Well, I mean, maybe they'll buy enough to make it worth it, but I mean, I'm not really making them. A whole operation for one buyer is not something I'm interested in doing, unfortunately. Where would we even find ice? Okay, plenty of sellers of ice. Which totally makes sense. It shouldn't be something hard to find. Ice should be really easy to find. Much like sugar, honestly, should be easy to find. But then again, it's not. Yep, where I gotta turn that off. There we go. So just sugar is right there. Okay, so I think here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna plan on this new building down here. Just like looking over where fruit is at. Fruit. All right. 2 sources of fruit there. 2 sources of fruit here, plus a building that makes it. So I think what we'll do is we'll make our fruit wine in the building that generates fruit. That makes sense. And then we'll make sure that we're going all the way over here for the sugar and bringing it back. No, sugar's right here. Yeah. So fruit's over here, sugar's right here, and we'll bring it into the building that generates it that we've already prompted, which is these buildings that are one of the buildings that are over here is what we'll do. That's going to be where we make our fruit wine. For Canada, if we can get the cash to these guys, which I should be able to do that now, right? No, I didn't go next turn yet. All right, I need to finish the turn before I can do that. Charlie, I mean, your job up to this point has been just delivering cash, but maybe some counterfeit wine. You could deliver some counterfeit wine. We're down 1 on that partnership that you did before, so let's grab just 1 case of counterfeit wine and bring it over here. I believe that's the only thing left to do there. No? Oh, it's a different one. Hang on. I thought you were this one. Okay, you need 1. So that means somebody else needs more. What's oh, you need 60. I can do that. It's expensive, but I can make that happen. So I'll just bring some more stuff over here. There we go. 60. Come back down. I need a truck so bad. Oh my gosh. Nobody has trucks. 19 more. Bring it up. Using all my so many action points. So much movement. How much more do you need? It's at least 2 more trips. All right, my arrangement with the police department has run its course. And it's actually going to happen for a lot of different officers soon. So we're going to need to get up here. And we're just going to suggest a bribe. This guy's like loving us. We're good. So I'm just going to go ahead and bribe this guy one more time. And 438, that'll get him back on our payroll, which is great. And I don't think there's really... I'm just going to say thanks. I don't need the weapons or anything like that. I don't think he has much anyway. Because we've already taken it so many times. So let's get rid of that. And all these, good. One of your vehicles is getting banged up. Yeah, it's mine. And you know what? I'm really close to a place where we can get it fixed. So I might as well just do that. Maybe we should do this in a place where we are going to eventually control. That's our front. We could do it here. We have unfinished business here as well. I have 1 case of counterfeit wine. There you go. Now, they're drunk. You could drive a train through here and they wouldn't notice, so you're all clear. So we can gain a 4-door sedan, gain a pickup truck, or we gain the skill junkyard booze. Junkyards, all kinds of useful stuff for making booze. Just play around a bit and see if it comes up with. I don't know about junkyard booze. I know skills are forever, but man, would I love to have a pickup truck right now. Just an extra vehicle would be so nice. But I want more delivery truck, really. See, Bill's already in a pickup truck, so that doesn't help me as much. The different routes and stuff that I have, that doesn't help me as much. Now, maybe I could get Francis to be in a pickup truck, but if I get the pickup truck, won't it be on this side of the river? Does it just teleport to that side of the river? I'm not sure how that works. I don't think that's a good idea. We probably shouldn't do that. I think we could actually move Francis to this side and have her drive around here. And the vehicle she has will just stay over there. But I would have to bring somebody else over there to move. So I know skills are forever. I do. But I think the pickup truck's going to be what I need quicker. So I'm going to grab the truck. That's going to be fine. And then I'm going to have us real quick. We're just going to fix the vehicle that I'm already in, which is good. So this vehicle, this pickup truck, we'll move to have this. You know, I might actually just move Charlie to it. There's a lot of money on you. Man, there's a lot of money on you. I've already bribed that cop. And then these cops are coming over. This guy who has not been paid off, he's coming over to investigate that. But we're free and clear on that. Now the bathtub gin has been dropped off in here. Yep. And we actually have down here. Oh boy, Dale's right there. So we got backroom beer on us. We should probably run. But these guys want me to bring them one bathtub gin to try out. And then I'm hoping anyway, because it's this big tall building, we can sell a whole bunch of stuff there maybe in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and just bring my dude back to safety here with his backroom beer that he's got. And then I also want to just see really quick, what do these guys want? You think you can just strong arm your way into this neighborhood, do ya? My friend, you misunderstand. We're out for what's best for the neighborhood. Oh yeah? There's another baseball field that's in bad shape. Cool, I'll just give you the cash and then you can stop feeling so bad. Cool. He doesn't hate me anymore. He doesn't like me. He also doesn't hate me anymore. The resentment for being extorted after helping me was so strong.